I'm sick.
I'm done.
I'm sick of this
And I have not stood up to say that. And when I did, I went back. So I told myself the last time when I went back, I was going to make it work. And now you're attacking my children. How else can you hurt a woman but hurt the kids? So if that's your plan, if that's your play. Kurt's getting ready to turn 18. What do you think is going to happen to him when he's 18 in his senior year with a car?
Yeah, that's an argument too. That's another argument the lawyer said. How are you going to try to extend DVO on, when he turns 18, he's allowed to visit me. You can't tell him not to.
Oh, well, then it's going to be worse than that because you were 18 in your senior year in February. Kurt's going to be 18 at the beginning of the year. And he is so ready to do his thing. He likes the house, but it's trickling down. A lot of money's gone, so all the new savers, all the overwhelming of fun stuff is leaving, and now it's just going back to work and living a life. So, kind of the same old things. I don't have money, go out and work, do this, do that, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, I don't know. I don't have any answers, but tomorrow is about you. Hopefully there's some answers. Hopefully there's closure. There's a part of me that says, okay, I'm ready. I'm more ready and less hurt this time than I was the first time that all this crap was going on. I'm more ready, and I think for the first time, I'm getting strength to stand up in the courtroom and say, I want it to stop. Whatever you can do to make it stop. It's not just one here, it's two. You all keep pinning my son, but he is truly defending himself against the world and my husband. So you tell me how to stop an oppressor. He's 30 years old. He's a man. I got so many things to say. I do. I've got a whole, like I said, I wrote down what I was saying without nobody telling me anything in a quiet room, and I'm ready to say it, or I'd like to give it to her.
Yeah.
Well,
I think with the lawyer you'll get the chance. I mean, if they reject like the arguments, the procedural arguments, then they'll actually go through with like a trial like type thing, get on the stand just like we did before, and say our testimonies, and then let her judge whatever she thinks is right. So that'll give an opportunity for you to be able to say all your things, so you don't have to like just listen to me. I mean that he'll put you on stand and ask you kind of softball questions, and you get to express all that you need to express, and then they'll question you. But when my lawyer's questioning you, then you'll have plenty.
Yeah, his gets up there, they'll be a real asshole. Did your son do this? Yes or no?
Yeah, he'll try to get a reaction or try to piss you off, but just got to field those questions. But I'm just saying, you're worried about not being able to say your shit, but I think you'll have a space to say it.
Okay, well, and then I believe I got Christy and Katie coming. So.
Oh my God, why?
Well, Katie's going to be there just because.
Yeah.
And it's only fair for you to say this, or for me to tell you this, but when I found out that he was going to give you the papers, I was so hurt from the inside out. I had to talk to somebody. And the one person who is like I said, you don't know what's been going on the last 3 years, but I do. And so I called Christy. Told her what was going on, explained to her how I felt, how I wanted to stop, how I'm ready to get a divorce, I'm ready to do whatever. She said, I'm there. He wants to fight, we're going to give him a fight. I'm ready. Unless she changes her mind, which I don't think
She's changed her mind before. She said before whether or not who she was going to sit with. We want me to sit in the middle, yeah, but she sat over on their side. So I don't know. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going in there with a lot of feelings, and I still feel the one thing that I felt last time was that I'm totally alone, and I feel like it's going to be like that again, and I'm just going to deal with it. And in a way, I'm ready for it too. So I don't think I'm going to be chit-chatty. I'm not going to be smiling. I'm not going to be making any jokes. I'm there for business. I'm going to be serious, and I'm just going to do my thing. I just got to say my thing, get my thing, and hopefully get out there alive. If I can leave with my head intact without a bullet hole in the middle of it, I think that'll be success, frankly.
All right, well, that's where I'm going with this. I truly I'm ready to stand up. I don't even want to sit with anybody. I just want to stand up, and I want to do my thing. I'm going to be sitting in the back of the room by myself or whoever. I don't even know when they're showing up or, if they're going to show up. I told them that's where I'm at. There is a store there that needs to be ran, so whatever happens here, I don't know. All the employees are aware of what's going on. So I'm just ready to say.
If they got a fucking car, I don't even know how it would have got up there without a fucking car.
I know, I was actually going to see if the lawyer could bring me, $1,000 is pretty good money.
Yeah.
That's more expensive than Indiana. But if
No, she was $2,500.
Per hour. She talked to you on several occasions.
No, she wasn't there for me. Not 1 second was she there for me.
Well, if this guy is there for you, then it's well worth every bit of the money.
I think so.
So, I just hope that in my future, which pisses me off even more, really, I'm so freaking tired of working for a lawyer.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it anymore, especially when it's against my son and both of our money. It's so good things for you guys. You should have had a car paid off. You could have done so many things with this money.
Yeah, all I needed was $1,000 to pay off my loans. I was fucking surviving for 7 years with all them shitty jobs. $1,000.
Right.
So, I think preventive medicine is cheaper than emergency medicine. When you have a heart attack, that's when it's going to be thousands of dollars. But if you're eating right and exercising, then you save yourself so much more heartache down the road.
I just despise the courtroom. I despise it. I think it's all about money. I watch the cops. I watch everything that happens out here, and it's literally all about money and jobs. And right or wrong, maybe they are here to settle arguments or try, but in the long run, in all honesty, if you wanted to hurt Kevin Beaton, that EPO means shit. When I was going to get an EPO against Kevin for my personal reasons, I was scared to death he could get to me at any time. By the time the cops got to me, I would have been dead, if that's what he wanted. That EPO would have meant nothing. Oh, they would have put in the paper, well, there was an emergency protection order against him, but he made it there anyway. Okay.
They would have a suspect. That's what an EPO does.
I don't care what the reason is. I think it's pathetic. I don't think he's done anything. I'm so beside myself about the whole thing. I really am. I love you with all my heart. I know you don't feel it. I know you don't see it. And I know that it's been a harsh life. I can only try and hope that tomorrow does bring some kind of closure and allow some kind of freedom. And I hope that some kind of mending can happen and you can live a decent life.
A wise person would say, do your best, and then God will do the rest.
And I've been trying, but I want to say it's working. So I can only hope that somebody out here is listening.
Do your best. And gotta do the rest. So it means you gotta do your best.
Well, I'm going to try and shine my best, and I'm going to try and say, I'm...
You can't try, you gotta do it. You gotta do it.
I know.
I gotta do it, you know what I mean? Like, I have to do it. I have to, perform, the best I've ever fucking performed in my life. I gotta be able to speak confidently, have no inclinations, no shaky voice. Here's the deal, here's what's been going on. I don't think it's right. Let me live my life.
Can you bring your, just because you're in front of the court, so you have to sign, and you have to paint a better picture than this man's trying to paint for a 30-year-old young man. I have been working hard on a bachelor's degree, managed to get it in the last 3 years. I'm trying to get a job. My life is in good right now. I'm taking care of myself. I've got my own rent. I have my own place that nobody should be allowed to come. That is huge. You have done some huge things. And it might even help to bring a lease. Anything to prove. Anything. Your telephone bill, your lease, your bachelor's degree. I don't know what you're doing right now. The car, loan, or your license.
I'm gonna bring
These are all great accomplishments.
Yeah,
I'm a citizen of Louisville trying to live my life. I have no business being up here in Gallatin County against this man. He obviously is no longer my father, so please let me live my life.
Yeah, that's it.
That's really the bottom line. So I think that if you can gather those 4 or 5 things up, least you've been there for a year and a half now.
Yeah.
That says stability. You made your bachelor's degree. That was a 2-year degree, or 2 years, right?
Yep.
So that's more stability, more accomplishment. Not to mention, if you want to go further back, you are valedictorian of Gallatin County.
Right. Well,
these are some great accomplishments that keeps getting shunned away because you cannot get away from this man.
Yeah, I feel like the fucking reputation I had as a young person has been fucking pissed on and shat on, and it's shattered.
So I'm saying, in spite of the lawyer and what he can do, I think in all honesty, yes, Linda Bramlage might be all about, protecting the men and what have you.
I don't know. Spike says she goes with her heart, so sometimes she can be hypocritical and something else. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe I didn't before when they asked about the incident. Deanna objected to that, and frankly, I wish I would have said I wouldn't mind talking about it because he attacked me and tried to murder me.
Well,
so
and right now I think you were done wrongly. When I looked at Nelson. And I looked at, was it Josh that hauled you out of there? No, it was Jason. I looked at him and I said, I don't know why you're just taking him. There are 2 people at fault here. Take Kevin Deaton too, because he is a threat to me now. And I meant it. So if it brings back up, I'm going to say the exact same thing again tomorrow. And it is not wise when you're saying the exact same thing over and over and over and over. It's an incident, and the best thing that I truly honestly think that you did was put it on the internet or a CD, because you can go back at any time and relive it.
yeah.
And especially when he's not going to let it die.
Right.
I'm so mad right now. I am so with you. And
The reason why he had kicked me out of the house is so I'd come back crawling back to him. So the point of this, I think, is a smashing of subservience once and for all, and for me never to return. So I think you're right. He wants to DVO on me forever. He wants to ruin piss on my fucking life every fucking day, and that's fuck him. Fuck him.
Yeah, and they won't let this wound heal at all.
Yeah, why can't he go on with his life? What's the big fucking deal? I've gone on with my life. Why the fuck can't he get on with his?
So I don't know what he wants.
I don't know. I mean, a lot of criticisms. I mean, you say the hate. Where's this hate? Where's this hate? He's got hate, like bottomless pit of hatred. And where's that hate coming from? And why can't he ever be stopped?
And here's another. Oh my God, I have so much to say, and I know when I get there I'll be like, but he developed perfection in his son. So his son would not grow up and be like him. His son was perfect for 17 and a half years.
Yeah.
And that still was not good enough.
Right. If perfection ain't good enough, there ain't nothing good enough. Because it ain't just valedictorian, I mean, it's like a bunch of stuff. Golf, academic team, basketball team, tobacco fields, chores.
Right. So honestly, if perfection's not good enough, what will be good enough for this man?
He's also rejected family counseling every time.
Well, I'm going to mention that. I wrote that in my card for family counseling and mediation. But the counseling that I went to with Kevin about you sucked. It was horrible. He was paying for the counseling. So naturally, one thing, the counselor, even if the counselor wanted to be on my side or help me, well, he's not going to get paid because Kevin's going to pay him.
No, I'm not asking for family counseling. I'm just saying he don't care about family. You know, he's rejected family counseling over and over and over and over and over and over again.
Right. Well, and then when he went and took Kurt and Kelly to counseling, they Beverly found that counselor that says, they're fine, there's nothing wrong with these kids, it's perfectly okay.
Right.
Well, in the past 3 years, my children have created or has been taught a lot of hate. So a lot of hate, and our parenting hasn't been all that great because we're not together on what we say. There's just so many problems. I don't even know where I would even begin to target one or two problems. It's big. It is just many.
Well, I think you gotta isolate it and be able just to say your best arguments, because they won't let you just fucking chitter chat. They'll dismiss you like they've been doing.
Right. That's why my statement is going to still say it's going to be all about you.
Actually, you can write the statement out and read the statement off the paper.
Well, that's what I did. I got 5 index cards of what I want to say.
Yeah.
So no matter how screwed up they got, even if I'm bawling my eyes out or crying, what I was saying tonight, I wrote it down. So okay.